Hey everyone, welcome back to Breaking Down the Map, a show where we walk you through the Halo multiplayer maps and provide you with some tips and insights to improve your KD, win ratio, and also your self-esteem. I'm Andy Bravo-Didinsky, and in this episode we're going to be breaking down a map that's been recently added to Halo the Master Chief Collection, and it's one of the best one-sided objective maps in the franchise. It's Halo 2's Relic, now known as Remnant. Relic was originally released in the Halo 2 Maptacular map pack and was an immediate standout. The island design lended itself to fluid play for objective game types like One Flag CTF and One Bomb Assault. If you've played on Zanzibar or Stone Town, you'll have a pretty good idea of just how intense matches will get on Remnant. As with all of the remastered maps from Halo 2 Anniversary, you can expect updated visuals, interactive features, and improved gameplay. The visuals on Remnant are quite a departure from the old map. While Relic gave us a beautiful sunset with light clouds, Remnant offers up stormy skies with distant lighting, giving the island a much more menacing feel. For those objective game types that fit this map so well, Remnant is broken down into an offensive side and a defensive side, with a large forerunner structure running down the middle, called the megalith. Looking at this structure, you'll notice the long ramps that originally led to the top have now been replaced with gravity lifts. Make sure you're fully committed to storming the base if you choose this route, as there's no turning back. On the right side of Remnant, where you once found a Covenant sniper tower, there's now a base structure with a little bit more suitable cover for when you pick up that Covenant beam rifle. More on that later. An incredibly helpful addition to the map is this far less treacherous route to the top of the main base. Once you've made it to the top, this is a great spot to add defensive support to flags and bombs. A vital feature to objective-based game types on Relic was a two-way teleporter that could be activated from the main base. Unsurprisingly, it's back. Just walk up, press the button, and suddenly you can be on the beach and back in the blink of an eye. A word of caution though, deciding when to activate the teleporter is key. Once the teleporter is activated, it's open for the rest of the match and can be used just as effectively by your opponents. And of course, be sure to pick up the speed boost if you plan on taking a run across the map. It's located here, near the portal. With updates to the map now out of the way, let's move right into the main course, vehicles and power weapons. Remnant has two sniper rifles, the human and the Covenant variation, a sword, and the rockets. I suggest immediately getting to whichever one is closest to your initial spawn. If you're spawning on the beach, head to your right and snag the sniper rifle. I would suggest hanging here for a bit and racking up a few headshots before you take a spot on another part of the map. If you're on the opposite side playing defense, then hop on that ghost and head over here to the beam rifle spawn in the base structure that I mentioned earlier. This location doubles as a great sniping spot. Perhaps you want to get a little more up close and personal? Then head over here under the main base to grab the energy sword. Remember, keep it in your back pocket and only unleash it at the last second. Flaunting your energy sword is the fastest way to get a sniper bullet to the face. And of course, we mustn't forget about the rocket launcher, your one and only chance at thwarting an enemy team's Warthog rush. Speaking of the Warthog, let's tally up all the vehicles on the map. On the attacking side, you have a Warthog and a Gungoose. On the defending side, you have a Ghost at the main spawn and another Gungoose next to the rockets. A word of caution when hopping into a vehicle. With all the power weapons available on the map, evasive maneuvers are essential as enemy players attempt to snipe you out of the driver's seat or simply blow you up. But for those times when vehicles and power weapons might not be an option, there are plenty of old favorites to choose from throughout the map. The number one choice is obviously the battle rifle. Here are the main four on Remnant. One near the opening portal, one on either side of the megalith on the left and right, and lastly, one near the beam rifle. If the Covenant carbine is more your jam, one can be found on the left side of the megalith, one near the ghost spawn in the back of the base, and one in the middle of the map here. You can also pick up a plasma pistol on either side of the portal and pair them with a BR or carbine for that deadly combo. Other primaries on the map include the suppressed SMG near the portal and on the right side of the main base, the shotgun in the front of the base, and numerous assault rifles littered about the map. For secondaries, plasma rifles and needlers can be found on either side of the base, while the Magnum can be picked up in the middle of the map. But your vehicles, power-ups, primary, secondary, and power weapons are all useless if you don't have an intimate understanding of how to play on the map. First off, finding some spots on the map where you can see the flag or bomb arming area is a must. Games are won and lost on the arm zone or flag spawn, so having a vantage point to clearly see what's going on is key. Next, make use of those vehicles. Remnant is a big map, and hooping it all the way across the map is slow going. Grabbing a gun goose or warthog with a buddy is a perfect way to try to armor bomb or make a perfect flag getaway. But the most important thing to consider on Remnant is a fundamental rule in Halo. In most cases, players generally spawn nearby one another. That means if you spot an enemy, chances are there are more nearby. Use this knowledge to your advantage when looking around the map for someone to take down or when avoiding enemies while your shields recharge. Remnant's art will provide a new look for a classic battleground. A big Forerunner structure, stormy skies, and lots of explosions accompanying this map, and I'm glad we get a chance to play on it once again. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for the return of breaking down the map this fall with Halo 5 Guardians. Until then, enjoy Remnant and the rest of the maps within Halo the Master Chief Collection.